Oh man, did someone just stub their toe? Did something terrible just happen? Did the computer just crash? All of that is no. Today I'm presenting this amazing and beautiful country called Oman. Oman is a beautiful country located in Asia on the south coast of Arabian Peninsula, which is over here. One of these small guys. This country is known for its irrigation system, orchards, and stunning fortresses. But if you've ever really thought about Oman, most of you have never even heard of it. Well, I'll be showing you the background of this amazing country, along with the education system and the humane rights, sustainable goals, and some of the words that have been fought here. Starting off, let's get with the background. This country is located in Asia, on the coast of the Arabian Peninsula. In the 17th century, Oman was actually an empire, competing with Portuguese and the British, and was founded in 1891. And under the 1951 Treaty of Friendship, Oman was released from the British and got its independence back. It's one of the oldest independent states in the Arabic world, and also is known. And also, Oman is one of the ones that are the absolute monarchy, and is also a member of the United Nations, and has also received the award for a most improved country in 40 years, like a development over 40 years. Oman has a population of 5.2 million people, and the actual size in the country in kilometers is 309,501. To put that in perspective, to make you guys really see how tiny that is, California is only 423,971 kilometers. So California is even bigger than Oman by a little more than 100,000 kilometers. If it helps a little more, the state we all live in, which is Michigan, is only 250,490 kilometers. So Oman is a little bit bigger by 50,000 kilometers. So it is a very small country. Also, it's the longest running royal family in the Middle East. Its national animal is Arabian oryx. And the national beverage in this amazing country is actually coffee. Oman is one of the biggest oil exporters, and Oman is almost crime-free. Now on to the education system. According to all about Oman, Oman's schooling scored as 2019 the highest percentage of kids that completed lower schooling, and the literacy rate of 15 through 24 was almost 100%. Oman has a two-cycle schooling system, which means one cycle of the grades are 5 through 10, and male and female are taught in the same schools, and then 1 through 4 in the first cycle, and then the second cycle is 5 through 10. Male and females are actually taught in different schools, separate schools. Preschool is made for kids less than 10 years old, and the attendance is 8 a.m. all the way until 12 p.m. And the teacher gets to pick what they learn about, and the Minister of Education is supervising the whole classroom, making sure that they're doing the right things. And their basic education is something that the minister did try to replace, so they didn't have to do a level 3 general education system, which is the cycle I was just talking about. And secondary education only lasts for 3 years, or you can literally just graduate anytime you want. It's a lot like high school. You just kind of learn about more things. Then the higher education is still fairly young to them, because it was just built in 1986. It was their first university, and it's called Sultan Qaboos University, which is the colleges of arts and social sciences, commerce, and economics, education, law, and nursing, other bachelor's and some master's degrees. Now time for humane rights of the country Oman. For starters, let's look at women's rights in this country. Women have been denied of full rights and practices. Oman has rejected over and over recommendations to lift or withdraw these, which include the women's rights and that they have rejected. So women don't have the same amount of rights as the men do in Oman. But if you're going to look at migrants now, migrant workers have been forced with forced labor and poor work conditions and based abuse, and also poor living conditions, forced to work long and hard days, and also sometimes unpaid wages. Oman then rejected to ratify the International Convention on the Protection of the Rights of Migrants and the Workers of their Families. Now that that is over, let's look at the Sustainable Development Goal, which I have picked, which is affordable and clean energy. Oman wants to have clean energy, and they're planning on building a hydrocentric by 2040. And the government has announced a lot of projects will follow up with this plan of theirs. They want to expand their country with renewable independent power projects. They want to do this by the year of 2040 and get at least 30% by 2030. And in 2015, they started a project to do this, and they launched a 7 MW pilot for the US-based Glass Point project, the first attempt to receive the go-ahead from RFQ, and was released in 2020. And they are counting the process of elimination and project ideas. They have been doing trial and error on tests just to find out what's best for their economy and best for the people. Oman has embarked by on many projects in line its goal to generate 30% of the electricity from solar diesel hybrid facilities, wind farm in Dofer, 2 solar IPPs in Mana, and the Sun invite to install small-scale solar panels on residential and commercial buildings. Let's look at the history of the wars fought in Oman. Now there's a lot, so I don't want to go into detail. I'll just list some of them and see what they resulted in. The Battle of Hunyan, which resulted in defeat. The Battle of Jalfur, which resulted in defeat. Siege of Fort Jesus, which resulted in victory. Invasion of Braham, which resulted in victory. Saudi Arabia, which resulted in defeat. Oman Zanzibar, which resulted in victory. Then one of the big wars was the Gulf War, which actually was against Iraq. They fought alongside U.S., Kuwait, United Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, France, Canada, Egypt, Syria, Morocco, Kuwait, and Australia. They ended up defeating Iraq, and this was the only war that lasted a year, and was from 1990 to 1991. Then in 2009, they had Operation Ocean Shield, which was to limit the number of pirates that resulted in victory. As they alongside the NATO allies, this went all the way from 2016, so it was a 7-year battle that ended up drastically decreasing the number of pirates. So this is the country, Oman. You have now learned about their background, their education, their human rights, their sustainable development goal, and some of the wars that have been taking place in Oman.